Today is a good day to go ahead and learn how to make this Philly cheesesteak. Now, rolling with us, y'all gonna learn how to make this Philly cheese nice and cheesy and delicious. And you know we always gotta take it a step further, so we're gonna go ahead and add some bacon on top of it. Oh yeah. Now, for any good cheesesteak, you gotta have them caramelized onions and caramelized peppers, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now. After you chop them up, you're gonna go ahead and get you some oil in your pan, get it nice and hot, and then boom, there you go. So let's go ahead and talk about the beef, the main reason why we're here today, right? So we're going to use this chuck round steak, and this is important because this meat has to be stupid tender. This tender period. You see how thin this meat is? It is paper thin, and that is exactly what we want. And I looked up and got 2 packs of this, and to cut it up, it is so easy. You're going to roll it up like you making some sushi rolls, but we making some beef rolls. And we're going to go ahead and slice it up. Look how easy that slices. It slices just like some butter. And that's what you want. You want this meat to be so tender that when you go in for your first bite of that sandwich, you don't have no problems. Now, once you slice it that first time, if you want to leave it this long, you can. Or another way you can slice it up is like this. This is the easier way, so you don't have to go back and chop it up the second time. Now, if your caramelized onions and peppers don't look like this after having them on that high heat for about 10-15 minutes, you might as well just go ahead and start it over because it's not going to have that same caramelized effect as this right here. But we all know we can't really waste food like that.
No, we can't.
So you just got to work with what you made. So the way we rolling today, we just not going to put just the regular mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard on our buns. We're going to go in with some garlic butter first that's going to enhance these buns. And you know how to make some garlic butter, just some garlic, some butter, and some parsley. And then these are those French bread buns. They the perfect size for a family because everybody can get their own. It's not like the curry out where you're going to get that foot long, but everybody got their own half a sub. That's what we going for today. And then once you get that butter out the microwave, quickly go ahead and lather that bread up. And then we're going to show you what we're going to do next. But while you're watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. You don't have to stop watching, but just go ahead and click that button at the same time. That's right. Y'all see, we're going to go ahead and toast these buns up. They're going to get nice and crispy and golden brown. Y'all know that's the only way to do it and how we do it right. Leave it sitting on there for a second. You see I'm using that spatula to make sure that bread hits the bottom of that pan. And then once you flip it over, whew, it's going to look just like this. Do y'all see that? Now tell me that don't look good. So we're going to go ahead and keep repeating this process. Yes, I'm burning my hands while I'm doing it. And we're going to go ahead and keep getting the rest of these buns cooked up. Now, when you've been cooking in the kitchen long enough, or you've been cooking with somebody who know a thing or two, they gonna tell you not to throw that grease away in the kitchen. So that's what we did. We took that leftover bacon fat grease from that air fryer and drizzled it in this pot to go ahead and give our meat some extra flavor. And look how good that meat look, y'all. It's about to be so tender. Now, this meat is gonna cook in like 3 stages. Now, first you got to put your pan on a high heat so your meat can get nice and browned up. Now, you see all this liquid that's in the pan now? The steak is generating its own liquid, and that's nothing but some goodness. So don't drain that out. Keep that right in there. This is a perfect time to go ahead and season it up. And we got this Chicago steak seasoning. You really don't need a lot of different seasonings, just a thing or two. And then we have some good old garlic powder and some sweet mesquite seasoning. That's going to give it a nice smoky flavor. Now, your pan is going to stay on high this whole time. Give those seasonings one last stir before we go ahead and move on to the next stage. Now, look at this. Don't this steak look like it's just smothering in some gravy? but it's not. It's still swimming in those steak juices that we made. This is looking good. This is what you want. What it's doing is going to consolidate all of those juices into that steak and give it more flavor. And then eventually, after cooking it for about 10 minutes or so, it's going to look just like this, nice and caramelized. All of that liquid has evaporated out. Oh man. Now, the best part, we can go ahead and add those peppers and onions back into it, and we're going to go ahead and complete the dish. And then from here, just go ahead and mix the peppers with the steak until it's nice and incorporated. And it can't be the Philly cheesesteak without the cheese. Now we're going to make this cheesy inside the meat and on the outside. Oh yeah, it's going to be nice and delicious. And we're using provolone cheese today, and it's going to melt real good. Just give it a second or two. Don't worry, it's going to work wonders. Then we're going to go ahead and top it with a couple more pieces of cheese. And then from here, we ready to go ahead and serve it up, y'all. Let's serve it up. So y'all have to let us know in the comments what condiments you like on your Philly steak and cheese. Over here, we go with the basics, the mayo, the yellow mustard, and some ketchup. And you got to go in with it deep, y'all. I'm not just talking about a little smear on the bread. You got to make sure you put enough. Now remember, we do got that garlic butter on the bottom, but you still can't have a dry sandwich. That garlic butter is just to enhance that flavor, but you still got to add that mayo on it to give it that nice juicy touch. That mustard and that ketchup, you choose the order that you want. I'm about to go ahead and give you a full disclosure right now. Your mouth is about to be watering by the time this video is over for one of these steak and cheeses. And I'm telling y'all, you see how easy this was to make, right? And it just looks so cheesy and delicious and homemade. It's not from the carryout. It's not from the mom and pop store. It's not from anywhere other than in your kitchen. And you made it. You did it. Look, I ain't even want to tell you, after all of that prepping, we forgot to put the bacon in there. But don't worry, we're going to squeeze that bacon right up in there somewhere. And we just melted one more piece of cheese on top just to make it a little bit more cheesy. Y'all know how we roll. Okay, just go ahead and stick that bacon anywhere that you feel and choose. Look at that, y'all. Go ahead and take a bite. But I ain't say bite the whole sandwich, okay? And then after we realized we forgot the bacon, you see, we just added it right in the meat mixture so the kids don't have to fight over, who got the most bacon or who don't have the most bacon. This dinner made our family happy. Hopefully, it'll make your family happy. Until the next time, we'll see y'all back for the next video because you never know what's coming up next. See y'all later.